Welcome back everyone. Crypto is still looking good. A lot of cryptos are pumping, doing very, very well. We still got a long runway of a lot of profits to enjoy unless we get a surprise crash from Bitcoin. I don't see that happening, maybe potentially, but unlikely. I think we're still going to have a nice run. But today I'm going to review Elrond, or ticker code EGLD. This comes from none other than me, my recommendation, because this looks really, really damn good on a chart. I'm going to be saying these in the next couple of videos because a lot of cryptos are actually picking up, but you know my channel is all about one thing mainly, and that's picking the best altcoins possible. It's not just picking any altcoin because it's the trending thing and that's what's in the news and things like that. It's about seeing what it does on the down days, and that's exactly what Elrond has been able to do. Elrond's been able to perform very well during the dark days, very recent dark days, and that's why I'm really bullish on this coin, and it's been able to do massive gains in just a short amount of time. So let's get through it. Again, I'll compare Elrond to USD, I'll give you some price predictions, and I'll compare them to Bitcoin and Ethereum to see how strong they are. If we look at our short-term position here, this is the 50% target here. This is the yellow area, so that would come in at the $270 and the $195 for the 50% level. And you can see already a very, very, very nice head above it. You can see, so we're already hitting above our minor 50%, which is fantastic to see. And you're already seeing a lot of green days. But there's something I really want to highlight with Elrond. Take a look at the 10th of March. If you look at the 10th of March, and if we look real close and we stretch it, there is the 10th of March. There it is. Okay. High volume, closed very strong. Look at that. So open on the left, went down and closed very strong. What happened on the 10th? Let's have a look at Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin on the 10th of March, you can see Bitcoin fell down 6%, which is pretty big by Bitcoin standards. Look at the volume, very high volume above the white area, so above average volume for Bitcoin, 6% drop. If I show you, say, Phantom, and I can keep going on and on, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to just show you a very few examples. 10th of March, high volume, high open, low close, looked weak. IMX, if we have a look on the 10th of March, high volume, went up, came crashing down, closed low. The 10th of March, a lot of altcoins actually bleeded out. It was probably Bitcoin's last sort of dump before we started to really get going for now. But it is technically, to me, the last high sell-off day that we came down 6%. The next day we had pretty high volume, but only down one, the spread was only 1.76% difference from the open to the close. And then we started to go up from there, just showing that the sellers were basically all liquidated and it was time for higher prices. So 10th of March is the last day. Having a look back at Elrond, we see the 10th of March, and you can see there it is. High volume, it got gobbled up and closed right at the top. That is strength. Strength is found on the red days, people. Red days is the best time to look for your altcoins. And I love it when Bitcoin crashes 6-7%. Straight away I go into my alts and I start looking at how did the alts react that day. If an alt, most of them will dump on high volume, but the very few ones will either have no selling at all, so they'll still close low on very low volume. That just means no one wants to sell, which looks good. Or if you want to get even better, you look for ones that got gobbled up on high volume, which means people just want to stock up on this thing. And that's exactly what happened to Elrond. And you can already see a massive, massive increase. From there to the current price, you're talking a 44% increase from where it is currently. And like I said, we've just topped our minor 50% area. What's next for Elrond? So let's have a look at price predictions. My price predictions for it is this 25% area, which comes in at $219. Next area will be the 50% level. This is the real one I want to see Elrond go, but you can still see we're still far away from it, and a lot of areas here with a nice churn and congestion here that we have to go past. After that, we have the 75 mark, which comes in at $436, and then the all-time high at $544. Do I think Elrond can actually get there? Absolutely. Right now, things are looking really, really good, and you're still getting in early. Retail is still not in, but you're going to start hearing the news, and you're going to start hearing YouTubers, and you're going to start hearing everything start to pick up, and momentum start to pick up. So you're still getting Elrond at a really, really good deal at the moment, and I believe you can actually stake this for about a 13% return as well. Not that I would stake it long term, but I think that this crypto has a really good shot of going to the all-time high, and this could be one of those very low risk, high reward plays. Because we're about 160% from the all-time high, and at the low, you're risking probably about 43%. So, I mean, that depending on how obviously you want to structure your stop loss, but those are pretty favorable odds in your favor that, your risk your risk to reward ratio is heavily in your favor with those sort of numbers here. But you might want to take some profits at the 50%, the 75%, and start just dollar cost averaging on the way out, just to make sure you're not getting left hanging with, you know, a bag here. But like I said, I just love it because there's a lot of support here for Elrond or any cryptocurrency. So for crypto to actually dip below this area, there would have to be some serious bad news. And I just don't think that's going to happen for a little while, because we've already had so much bad news in the start of the year. We had interest rate hikes, we had the Russian and Ukraine invasion, we had yada, yada, yada. So things are looking good for Elrond. Now let's have a look at Elrond against its Ethereum value to see how strong it is against ETH. So once again, we are here at good old CoinCodex, pinging all of these cryptos to their Ethereum value. So you can see Ethereum 0% across the board. That's because I'm pinging them to the Ethereum value. And I do this to see how strong a crypto is. If a crypto can't outperform Ethereum, I'm not interested. Full stop. It needs to be able to outperform Ethereum. Otherwise, what's the point of owning it? You can just own Ethereum, reduce your risk, get better returns. And Ethereum, I would feel much, much better holding Ethereum for 5 years than I would with most cryptos, because crypto is a technology asset class, and there's always new technologies, new innovations, new teams, venture capitalists, and things like that. All of these cryptos can get replaced easily, but Ethereum and Bitcoin, I will, in my opinion, always be the alpha and the omega. Having a look at EGLD, we've got rank 37, and we can see against Ethereum, outperforming Ethereum in the last 24 hours by 4.5%, 7 days, 9.6%, 1 month outperforming Ethereum by 18.5%. And then if you start looking at the higher timeframes, you're seeing that it's underperforming to Ethereum. But obviously you're going to start to see the lower timeframes tick over first before you start to see the higher timeframes tick over. So I do anticipate these areas to be green very, very soon. Obviously the 3 months and the year to date will change first, and then we'll get the 6 months and the 1 year before they change. But I am very, very confident in saying that they will be green very shortly. Continuing on, you can see Elrond versus Ethereum here, and you can see how well this works. So against Ethereum, we are still holding above our 50%, and you can see, look at these tools, how well they work. Bounced off it multiple times, almost perfectly. You can see here, very, very good area. Yellow is the golden area. You want it to bounce off of it, which it has done. So it's proving itself. It gets into Ethereum value. Of course, 75 mark it needs to get through and be able to push before it can start getting to the all-time high against Ethereum. But I only have enough data going to the 6th of January again on the Binance exchange. Having a look at EGLD against its Bitcoin value, you can see it got hit pretty hard at the moment, and this is with a lot of data, but you're already seeing a nice pickup. So again, 50% retracement, poking its head above the 50% against Bitcoin, which is fantastic. We want to see it bounce off it, find support, push through the 75 mark, push through the 1 mark, and then of course the 50% retracement here, and start going for that all-time high against Bitcoin, and then we're really in business. But you can see the clear trend is up, pretty steep uptrend as well. So I do anticipate some good momentum, some good volume to continue on. There will obviously be some profit taking on the way. It's not to say I'll just go up in a straight line, but what I mean by that is that we will still have a clear uptrend in the coming days to coming weeks, potentially even months. But for now, I feel very, very confident in looking at Elrond for me personally. So in summary, Elrond has looked very, very good on a chart. I'm really bullish on this coin. This just meets my criteria. So for me personally, it's something that I would look into further and definitely add into my portfolio list. That's just for me. I can't make that recommendation for you. It's just for educational entertainment purposes only. I hope you found this video helpful and educational. If it did, drop me a like, give me a subscribe. Drop your cryptocurrency down below that you want me to review, and I will review it. I've got a nice list, and whenever I have the time away from work and uni, I'll definitely get through these videos. Get ready, guys. Strap in. There's definitely some profits to come. My portfolio is back in heavy greens now, and I'm sure your one is too, or will be very soon. That's your hopium for the day. Stay safe, everyone, and I will catch you on the next video.